craft. That'll help you out a lot. Play through the campaigns, even on easy. Playing hard games are going to make you a better player. Alright, we're going to watch some replays here. We're going to start with Geohound's Medic on Dragonshire. And Geohound says, recent patron of your show, enjoying your work on YouTube and listening to both ITN and Solo QA. I'm new to the genre, and sort of new to HOTS in regards to trying to improve my game. Is there any help you can provide for my medic? And he sent over a number of replays, but I think I'm most interested to see a silver medic. Now, in our own medic play recently, we've had to learn not to auto-attack, which is a bit difficult for me. I love auto-attacking. In this situation, he might be able to pump out a decent amount of DPS. We'll see what he can do in the end. But we're going to make sure that his positioning is prime first and foremost before we try to add any DPS to anything he's doing. Let's find our medic here. Let's find Geohound. Excellent. Not using locked camera. That is good. If you want to use locked camera on medic, I don't care. That's fine by me. I don't want to see locked camera on Asmodan, Abathur. These are extremes, of course, Chromie. But if you want to play medic on locked camera, go for it. If you want to play Lily on locked camera, go for it. I don't care. You can do ETC, anything that just carries your body range, go for it. But either way, always good to see. Let's go ahead and zoom this out, though, because we're just watching our medic's positioning. From the get-go here, we have a pretty weak lane picked up, but here comes Lunara. That makes things a lot better. Lunara. Let's take a look at these comps, by the way. Lunara is all of our damage, it seems. Zool puts out good damage, too, but it's not really closing damage for the most part. It's going to be Rhaegar in the bottom and ETC. Looks like Lunara's going to go visit that top. Medic's real forgiving, too. Because, look, you can see her range on the field there. But, I mean, ETC can go in and out of it, and he even had a little bit of a buffer there before you have to reactivate it. Medic is such a well-designed character for ease. Maybe not for, heal botting and all the sort of support problems that we like to talk about with this game. But there's a lot of quality of life things about Medic that are great. You were right to run there. In most cases, I'd like to see you just stand and wail on him. He overextended, but he did have evasion active. If you want to wail on him anyway, just to show that you're not going to run away, to assert some early game dominance, go for it. It's always good to get in Illidan's head. If you start showing him you're fearful, then you're going to be in a real bad spot. And yes, we could have ult-clicked a W there and self-cast a safeguard. I would say on Medic, since you're so... Just don't even concern yourself with auto-attacks or any of the stutter-stepping business. I'd say just go ahead and hover those fingers over Alt-W all the time, particularly when you're up against a dive comp like Illidan will bring about. So you're just ready to roll. People getting in position. Gonna be pushed out.
Let's retreat. Nicely done. Killing blow.
A good kill. Alright, Geohound. Good of Lunar to choose to stick around.
That was rather
There's the kill. Oh my goodness, we broke up top. Hang on. Hang on, guys. It's time. It's time. We need some game show music. What the game show? What? Oh, Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie. Is this going to be the actual... Yeah, where's the... Clinker's Cavern, 2D... that's not really it. What's the contest? The quiz. That's not it. This isn't Banjo-Kazooie at all. What the heck's going on? That's the music, but someone ruined it. Anyway, at any rate, what's your favorite? We got Medic going with a full dive Illidan. Ooh, we have, yeah, the unending hatred. I see what you're talking about now. There we go. Unending hatred on Morales with a little bit of rapid chase. Who is putting these Illidan builds online? Who's responsible for this? Bioshield Illidan. Ooh, are we going to have a Nature's Culling Sylvanas? That'd be pretty scary. Crippling Talons Dahaka. Protective Shield Zul. You know, I think Rexar might benefit from those Dominance ETC. I like that one.
Fresh as a flower.
Cool, so here we've made a choice. We're going with Bioshield, which means the longer we leave it on a target, the more we're going to build up that shield. We can see it building on Lunar right now. The cool thing about this is we can absolutely support someone squishy like Lunar and give them a bonus health pool. But as soon as they leave, it disappears. So that's up to Lenara to an extent to know to stay in range. It also sometimes limits who you're going to heal and how quickly you're going to heal, because you want to maintain that shield on someone. I like it a lot, though. It's a great talent. I've got nothing against it. I like your positioning here, too. Go and let that Nara chase. She's got bonus movement speed. If she messes up and dies, that's her fault. I would absolutely prefer the positioning you're currently doing. Li Ming's heading into the bottom. For those of you just joining us, this is Silver League Morales we're looking at the moment. Geohounds Morales. Illidan and Sylvanas wailing on some walls up top. Gonna have to protect this zone. No point in healing Misha. That's pretty good. That's gonna burn a lot of your mana, though. Great opportunity to use a safeguard there. The best way to think of safeguard is it's more mana efficient to reduce the damage than to heal it up. Healing beam is very expensive. You're gonna put out a lot of healing with it. It's extremely powerful, particularly in the lower leagues. But safeguard, when there's that big burst damage, if they're diving into tower range and whatnot, you're just gonna be more mana efficient if you block that damage and then heal the remainder up. Particularly with talents as you get later in the game. If you take that 50% in particular, you're going to be in a real good spot. Speaking of safeguard, we've got Illidan, so we want to be ready for that Alt W on ourselves so we can self-cast a safeguard. We also have the level 1 talent, which is switched over here to Illidan in the moment, but that just gives us mana back. The other real thing we're looking for is early safeguards to intercept incoming Li Ming orbs. And that's really hard. And that's the sign of a great Morales. So it's something we can always try to work towards. Thinking about our level 7 talent here. Bottom is a long way away. Good focus. Yeah, don't even... Keep that positioning good. Don't even worry about auto attacks on Morales. And he's gonna go sneak attack. Okay, he's just going around to take the... Well... What? Illidan died. No, that was Zul. Game's broken. Replay's broken, everybody. Not sure what Rexar's up to, but let's get back to Geohound. Doing a little bit of pushing. High mana efficiency, as the Bio Shield doesn't cost any mana to maintain or to build. So we're reducing damage and not losing any mana for it. This is pretty good. Good lead with the safeguard. I like that. Nice grenade, too, for a kill. Killer Morales going on here. That looks good. 2 dead on the enemy team. This should be a... if... Ah! He misclicks, I guess. Deactivates his channel. We're going to have to retake the top. Here, I understand where you are and what you're doing for the current point you're at, of course. ETC could be stutter stepping a little better and avoiding these rocks that are coming down on him. That is burning through your mana quite a bit when he's taking all that siege damage and he's just eating through you. In particular, it does more damage than your Bio Shield can put out quickly. This is always a cute idea, though, when you can Bio Shield a minion and give it the bonus health. Look how much of a shield that is on that minion. May have been a misclick there, but you can do that. It's pretty cute if you do it on one of these front minions. If you want to burn down some towers But again, you should just be concerned about your positioning. You know, maybe if you didn't get caught up doing that, you're part of this fight in the middle earlier, you're part of this top fight. There's usually somewhere better you can be on Morales at all times. Lunara needs to relax. She's just opening herself up, and the Bone Prison's gonna help, but if she just relaxed and just wail on that Illidan, that could have been a lot less scary. All right, we're up against the Li Ming. Now we can watch, and we can really be thinking about our safeguards. We're not paying attention to our auto attacks. We don't really need to worry about much in this world, because our main heal is channeled, so we can really put all that effort into just having sweet safeguards. That one, not so sweet. Right of you to run away there, though. I know it's a bummer you don't have any stim drone targets in range. That may be part of your choices of targeting here. You've chosen to stay with the ETC. Maybe use your buddy. I don't know if you teamed up with this guy before you jumped in, but absolutely, let's check. We're getting pretty deep in the game. We can take a look at our damage. Let's find who we like. All right, Lunara. So let's be best friends with Lunara here. This ETC is getting too used to you. He's used to this healing. Look, he's just burning your mana. He's standing in dumb places. He's taking all that damage because he's so used to you healing him all game. Whereas Lunara's going to get you the kills. So let's go ahead and switch off this. Let's let ETC regain a sense of how much damage he's actually taking, how much mana of ours he's wasting. And let's go help out poor Lunara. Is that a kill, though? No, it'll be evasion. Oh, well, no one's in range. Zul's going to grab the bottom. You guys are pushing the middle, though. Scary part, though. 2 tanks there. A mosh pit that doesn't accomplish anything, but that's all right. Morale's almost going down. Dolphin Pizza's going to fall. We could even support maybe the Rexar. ETC's putting out decent damage, though. But we're really married to him. Lunara's back on the field now. Maybe even this Zul, he's doing some aggressive stuff. He'd like a bio shield, I'm sure. We got an Illidan. Let's relax. Line up that displacement grenade. Your first concern should not be running away. Now we should engage because Zul's made a call. He wanted to use his ultimate there. And I don't think stimming Zul in this case would be a very bad idea. You've been level 10 for about, 3-4 minutes? What just happened in the background? Well, who snuck that? Was that Dahaka? Now Dahaka's dead? No, he just came back. What happens back here? Oh, it's just... Okay. So it's just Li Ming. Nothing creative from the Dahaka. Just walks in the back, takes the dragon. But yes, you don't have any prime targets because we're not hanging out with the Lunara. Stimming Azul isn't the best thing in the world, but more stims per game is a good way to up your overall contribution to the team. And at the very basic level, that's what you can do. More Hyperions, even if they're not the best. Depending on your league, don't worry so much about all your ults being clutch. Use them on cooldown. There's a couple of exceptions, right? Like Mosh Pit. Don't waste Mosh Pits. It bums the whole team out. But damage ults, buff ults, things of that nature, just get him out. Let him roll. What's Dolphin Pizza doing? He's dying. Good triple kill. Cool, now we take this fort. Go ahead and hang out. You're going to be fine. You got the mana for it. Go ahead and encourage this push. This is okay, too. I'd rather just see the fort fall, but for silver, this is okay. Lunara did a leaping strike with only 1 charge. It's a little scary as she's not able to readjust her position once she gets back. You're right to be concerned about this. This is pretty deep with all 4 of them up and a hunting Illidan in the background. Hunting Morales in the background. Yeah, just let Rexar take care of his own pet. This is going to be a little mana expensive, and he's already got a full heal on the way. Sylvanas pushing the top. We still have all our forts, though. Check the stats. I'm sure Lunara is still leading the way. Excellent. Let's make that Lunara our best friend. But she has made a choice. Oh, that was pretty cool. Sadly, the drag, though, is going to carry us off. And that'll be a dead Morales. Bad choice by the Lunara. This is starting to look like one of those scary scenarios where Lunara looks at her stats at the end and says, "Yep, yeah, 2 deaths and 6 kills. Oh my god, I played amazing. It was everyone else's fault. I'm Lunara, I was amazing." And there's a lot we could do on her positioning there. Looks like Mighty Gorgon's gonna fall here, but actually he might be able to wiggle his way out. Does Illidan have a hunt? He does, but he's not paying attention. Rexxar is gonna be just fine. I know that's probably a little heavy on the range too for Illidan at this level. I'm not sure he would go that distance. Alright, Ludara's back. Rexxar's back. We got some good people to ride out with. Zul's gonna take the bottom tower. Hate when those little wizards lock onto you. Alright, there's a hunt going down. Oh, this should be good. Oh, no follow-up. Interesting, too, how poison works in this game. And with protection with Medivh in the game now, we're finding out a lot of oddities about it. How poison is essentially removed during certain abilities. Like, look at this. So, Illidan is currently evading. He's taking reduced damage from abilities, so we wouldn't be able to plow through him anyway. But the poison damage, because it's from auto attacks, just disappears. So Lunara gets discouraged here and goes, I would have gotten that Illidan anyway, and then realizes as soon as the evasion turns off that he actually would have died to the poison damage. So don't be discouraged by protection or evasion when you're using poison abilities. Dahak is coming in. Ooh, he might grab himself a Rexxar right in the tower range, too. He's already adjusting for it. Li Ming in the back. Good adjustment, though, by Lunara, but why you head back in, girl? That would have been a good move. All right, we got the dragon, though. It works out. Don't go across the bridge, good man. If you're not familiar with this, there's a lot of reasons not to cross this bridge. Mainly it's because it's just a small area, and there's a good chance you'll just get chokehold in there by your own teammates behind you. You'll get your own body blocks. You're your worst enemy in here. But we could also highlight this big problem. And actually, this is a pretty big problem, too. There's just too many opportunities for splash damage and for easy orbs to fly down this way. Don't do it. Don't cross that bridge. Don't cross that bridge, Gadget. You can go down the front. You can go in the bottom. There's a fort in the bottom, too. But in Silver League, this may go well for you. This may be fine. This may just be fine. But Li Ming's going to do a lot of plowing back there. Looks like Sylvanas and Uther are going to take the bottom fort, though, in the meantime. It's a decent mosh pit. There's not a lot of damage to cover it, but actually, that'll be a dead kicker. That'll work. That's it. There's a kick. Excellent. She dies like a Barbie. I want to see it again. There's not enough Li Ming deaths in this game for me right now. So we're going to watch this one. And boom! Model broken. Stars fly off. Love it. Dolphin pizza. Time to focus up. Nice save. That's a great safeguard. That's really great. Look at the mana efficiency that provided you. That would have been very expensive. Great job there. We have a stim with no real good targets. Where's Lunara? Ah, she's just making her way back. Now we're going to have the difficult way to retreat. Uh-oh, that may come bite us in the butt later on. Silence arrow. Silence Zul. Nice stun by ETC, though. He manages to push everyone out. There goes. All right, just relax. There's no way you're running out of this, man. Yes, nice. Great job. Let's stim something. Let's stim Zul even. There's Lunara. We stimmed the Zul. Nice. Okay, cool. Perfect. Great job. Yes. Good relax. Well done. Not across the bridge again, though. Not across the bridge with Li Ming still going. Ah, you know, this might be a dead Li Ming. Looks like it will be. Okay, cool. Take the fort. Keep. Take the keep. And on the back of this, what we got? 40 seconds? 25? Yeah, we could probably steal their bruisers. Or we can go do this. Or we have a 2-level lead, but what the heck just happened? I was thinking... I was thinking strategy. I wasn't looking at Master Skin Lunara's leaps, apparently. And so what, you leap over that tower right there and put yourself right in the crux of everything? Ah. That right there is called a perfect Venn diagram. She put it perfect. Like, there wasn't a single... Everything lined up in the perfect spot for her to just get completely destroyed. Don't worry about that bear too much, you're low mana. Now we have to burn through a wall too. Okay, we got a little wall out. People are starting to res, Li Ming's coming back up. Illidan's in range. Nice relax. Very good job. Dolphin Pizza falls. Great job, Geohound. Just stand still. You're making it hard for your melees to actually wail on that Illidan. But good job all the same. It's not full panic. I like it. And you got a really good spec going on. Yeah. Yeah, I like this spec a lot. 2 dead. Keeps falling. We got a Misha. Yeah, let's end. Why not? Sure, Lunar would be nice, but, you know, we could pressure this. We got a stim drone ready to go, too. Nice. Nice yet again, man. Good relax on those Illidans. That's fantastic to see. Lunara is going camping. Nope, she wants a bottom fort. Okay, now they're staggered. Let's win. Oh, he'll pop up into it. Poor Dahaka. Go ahead and stim that Zul. Encourage him. Let him finish the game. Nicely done. Lunara burns the bottom fort. Good job, Lunara. Top damage does go to Lunara. This is one of those scary situations where you're just like, oh man, Lunara walks away from this thinking that she did great, what awesome damage, I'm fantastic. When there was a lot she could have done. Lunara is scary on Medic too, because every single step she takes has that increased movement speed, so she's always gonna work herself out of your range. And that's tough. But well done, man. Your damage is right. I mean, honestly, my one requirement for Medic these days, break 10,000. You could probably do it with your eyes shut. You know, most supports I want to see 20,000 damage, but this is Medic. That's the trade you're making. You know, great damage, or great amount of healing done. Well done. Very few deaths. Great relaxing on that Illidan, man. A good Medic. This is ETC. Oh my god. A 36-minute Tomb of the Spider Queen. This is from Narmolanya. I'm just going to call you Narm. Been a long-time fan of your show, ITN, and your solo Q&A, and learn to play. I am a gold player at the moment. Was expecting to place a little higher, but I had a bad run on the placements. Anyway, this is an ETC game. Was not my best game ever. Had some difficulties casting a good Mosh versus their Johanna. And I guarantee you're gonna like it. Okay, sounds like it's gonna be a bit of surprise. Sounds like our music just enhanced itself, but all sorts of odd things happen when we're in old versions of the replay. We had that patch on Tuesday, but didn't affect balance too much, did it? Lost a little bit of healing on Rhaegar, a little bit of damage on KT, and Chromie got some time trap buffs, but ultimately, we weren't really affected in the meta. Let's go ahead and find our ETC here. Looks like he will be our number 6. Excellent. Cameras free, Roman. Ah, look, I like that combination. A little bit of country, a little bit of Tyrael. I bet Tyrael likes country. He seems the type. So, this is a Hero League game. We're ETCing. We have double burst, it looks like. We're going to have a Falstad and a Li Ming, and then Nazeebo is our sustain. You know, that's a pretty good combination. Rhaegar's taking the heals. We're not going to have a clogged melee. We're up against Greymane, Uther, Zul, and Thrall. Quite a bit of melee synergy there, but a good chance they're going to get a little clustered, and, well, it sounds like a good opportunity to land some good mosh pits, doesn't it? But we do need to watch out for certain heroes that can interrupt that. Mainly it's going to be Sundering and Johanna. So we got to lock Johanna inside. And then we'll have an easy time. That's our main goal, is to get... If we can get Johanna inside the mosh pit, if we can get Johanna and Thrall inside the mosh pit, we're in a real good place. But we'll see how this comes together. I find that lots of people have problems on Tomb of the Spider Queen just because of the way the mechanic works. There's no call to action. You always are turning in. It's a very busy map, and maintaining sight is very frustrating, and most people have decided to just not do it these days. Most people just simply aren't going to give sight. We've all become frustrated. I know I have. I used to take Zagara religiously on this map every time I could, but I became overly frustrated with the lack of response to the sight I was providing, and so no one really does it anymore. We don't get Tassadars. We don't get scouting drones. It's kind of sad to see, but it's a meta of burst right now, and all those sort of cutesy strategy things fall to the wayside. Nazebo seems to be doing okay in the bottom lane. Gonna be a little rough for him. Anytime he lays out zombies, he's gonna encourage a little bit of bonus lightning regeneration. So, in this map, it's pretty good to call for a lane switch, because you could be here for a while collecting gems. Up against Thrall, what do we really do? I mean, our access to the bottom takes us through these vents here, so it's nothing we can very easily rotate in between. Nice little shot there, though. Doing an interrupt. Let's see, we have, yeah, rolling like a stone, so everything's looking pretty on point at the moment. I think you're doing a good job balancing your abilities. You'll be fine here. And Falstad can just poke the Greymane. A bite butt will get him. Yes! My favorite kind of kill, bite butts. Nice little aggression, too, on your body blocks. Scary against Azul to put yourself in those situations, but I like seeing you do it while you're on level parallel. We can change the way we play if we start falling behind. Go ahead and wail on that guitar solo. Get that regen pumping. Yeah, there you go. It does get a little mana expensive. ETC doesn't have the best regeneration in the world. They'll be okay. Nice barrel roll out by Falstad. And the war continues in the bottom. What sort of build we have? Death Ritual and Envenom. Yeah, that's not bad. Not a lot of people take Envenom these days, so my auto thought is, oh, surely there's something better there. But you know, against this comp, against an Uther, Envenom has a pretty decent place. Your main concern with poison damage is going to be things like Brightwing, efficient healers, Moralis, people who can just instantly top up anyone. With Uther, you can get out his long cooldowns, and poison damage can really confuse him, particularly if you apply it to as many targets as possible. So not a bad idea there. Plus, it will go through the shade, but it'll still be absorbed by that shield. We still have the power slide ready to go, so that was a fine engage. Bottom is left alone for a little bit, but that should be fine. Li Ming seems to be having some mana problems. He's got 17 at the moment. Nope, there's Greymane collapsing. Ooh, I hope this isn't bad. Nice little wiggle there. That's going to put him closer to the Greymane, though, as he shows up. And actually, Greymane was trying to turn in too. Okay, nope, no harm done. Nice kill. Getting nice and farmed up yourself. Good shot by Li Ming. Megatron turning in. Needs to duo Q with Starscream. Or it's one of those episodes where, like, for the 20th time, they have to join forces against a greater evil. If you haven't watched Transformers Prime, it's a pretty good show. The kids disappear real quick. That's the best part. Can't. Getting a little bit of face melted. But that's Shade Shield. Nice use, but sadly loses the body block. Real cute idea, though. It almost looked like Falstad would have been able to hold it, too. But Falstad's pretty squishy. I would not force myself to do many body blocks unless we're absolutely just dominating. Spiders coming in. Definitely bottom requires the most immediate attention, but I like Li Ming taking care of this mid as well. Top can go for a while. Let's see what you're going to do. Level 7 at the moment. Coming through the back. Dangerous little position, but actually, I think Rhaegar would have been okay, but that does position you well. Watch out for the wave, don't stand in it. It does hurt quite a bit. If you can force people into those when you have your own spiders, that's a fantastic move. And sometimes it simply can't be avoided. But watch for that cast animation. Don't take bonus damage. They'll finish this up here. And that'll be end of spiders number 1. 24 on you. We got quite a few to turn in. This is Gold League, and we're seeing... Was that an epic version of the mount? Man. Rank 10 through 1 really encompassed a lot of leagues, didn't it? Interesting system. Now it's Masters only in Hero League that get that epic version of the mount. Oh, good try. Good try, but he was dead anyway. Zeebo got himself in a bad position. Going with Gibbon. I like Gibbon, too. What do we got here? Far Sight. Yeah, that's a cute move for the map. Feral Heart always makes me a little nervous. As with time, people get a little too in love with Feral Heart and end up dancing in the background as a wolf instead of actively getting out the heals. Basically, if you're a support and you're riding to an objective, go ahead and dismount. There's no reason to be the first one there. And go ahead and get your team topped off as you walk. This could be good. Thrall is going to burn down that bottom before it reaches a wall, but if we can get Azul pick up really anything, we just need a little bit of focus, and sadly we're encouraging the most damaged spider. Take a wave to the face, Thrall? Nah. ETC's coming around. 32 on him at the moment. That'll be good. Just need to live. 15 on Li Ming as well. And Zeebo yet again putting himself in a little bit of trouble. Good orb. And they're 10. They're 10, not you 10. Divine Shield. That will complicate the business quite a bit. He didn't go with Cleanse, though, but Divine Shield does greatly complicate the mosh pits. We're 10 now, though. Oh. I guess it only hit... Yeah. Oh. And he dies for it. Yeah, it looked like the wind only hit the unstoppable Johanna and just barely missed everyone else. Yeah, and he uses Barrel Rail to get in position. Yep, only unstoppable Johanna. That's a shame. Then he gets collapsed on. And that leaves Zul able to close on the Nazebo, and the Greymane too cleans up. And you just barely missed a mosh pit, getting interrupted. Now you gotta wait that dumb old 8 seconds, but it was a great Ancestral, though Rhaegar is not on the same position as you. Li Ming's gonna try to get a little done here, but here comes Greymane. She needs to get herself on out of there. I think this is a strong choice, but I think you're right to just abandon the bottom. You know, with your range, you're not gonna be able to do too much. This is probably the best deterrent we could have had, and getting those gems off you is a good idea. Still, you know, you're posturing down here. Maybe you make something happen. Maybe you scare them off. I think you're still better turning in. This is a dangerous position, though. You have a power slide for it, but woo. Okay. Not a good risk. Not something worth doing regularly. Now, Nazebo has gone a little specialist on us. And they're going to get a turn-in the background. He's farming up gems. Yeah, it's okay on 2 with the Spider Queen to go a little specialist. But we'll see how he collapses into team fights later on. Anything we need to take advantage? Well, we have some nice mosh pit stacking with Calamity. I always like seeing those two together. Anything else we need to pay attention to on the enemy side? Zul's going to be very sustain heavy if he can be in a lane by himself. It's a good excuse to notice that and start ganking the Zul when possible. That was a good stun, though. And, he wins out of the mosh pit. Well, we know it's easier to do now, but it's always a shame to have that canceled out. Falstad panicked. Yeah, you're right. I like the sad face, though, and the teardrop. It makes it a little more jovial, at least, but I understand your sadness. Something I'm having to learn as well, teaching myself Falstad at the moment. Basically, save your win for a sweet push, where you know you're going to survive it, or use your win when the important ult's already out, but I'm just trying to avoid using wins on an ETC or just getting false stat when I have an ETC on my team. There's too big of an opportunity to screw it up. Same with those void prisons, maws, all that sort of stuff. I'm just avoiding them when I have an ETC on my team, if possible. We're on cooldown there, and man, Greymane's damage is just incredible, isn't it? And he went Wizened Duelist. He's at 6 stacks at the moment. That could be a pretty big snowball problem for us later on. In this comp, because we're very low on actual targeted damage, I mean, Nazebo is our sustained damage here, and he does good damage. I wouldn't be surprised if he's still looking okay on the charts here. Yeah, he's okay. Problem is, we just can't really select a single person to burn down when we have double burst and Nazebo. So that could be our real final problem. It really comes to Li Ming and Calamity to actually get an exact kill. And we need to exactly kill that Greymane before he gets too built up. A little bit of a pointless win, but he got scared. 2 levels down, can't blame him at the moment. Nazebo is on his way. Let's see if we can wait till Nazebo's here to engage. He has that Ravenous Spirit Force, which is going to be very powerful in actually burning the enemy team down. I don't think in this game you do go Calamity. I think it's a really cute choice with the Mosh Pit. But against... yeah. Against what is essentially 5 melee, you're just going to put yourself into trouble. No one's going to run away from you when you Calamity in. Nice slide, though. That got you out. What's going on here? Falstad is a bad pick. With the Mosh Pit, could have been. Let's see what you end up taking at 13 for yourself. Anything we need to pay attention to. He's just doing the Flow Rider thing. We're going to have Death's Rush. Earth Living Enchantment. That'll be good for us. Oh, that's a good one. But, oh, man, what got you in the end? Was it... it was JoJo getting out a shield just a second before it happened? Really good Mosh Pit, though. Delivery from the back, too, when these squishies have kind of dragged everyone forward. That's a shame. But let's see what happened. Ah, everyone but the JoJo, yeah. That would have been great. Dumb old JoJo ruining everything, huh? There's the Sundering that takes down the Falstad. You know, Rhaegar's trying to lead everyone out, and Li Ming's making good use of her Calamity. She's staying brave despite the 2-level deficit. I actually am really pleased with the Li Ming here, but we're going to have to retreat to the top, aren't we? Yeah, it's not enough. No, it's not. Yeah, we have to get Thrall, Uther, and JoJo on the inside, and even then Greymane might be able to with... I mean, this only gives... it's going to get a little extreme. 8 at the moment. Oh no, Rhaegar! Wolf it up and get on out of there. He'll be alright. Go and wail on that guitar solo. Good of you. Doing it right when I say it. Li Ming falls, trying to get a Greymane, but Greymane... oh! The stealth! The recent Summer Championship did some really bad things, and that is encouraging Eyes in the Dark on Greymanes. It's a great talent. Many cases I still want to do block, but against double bursts like that, that stealth is going to be so powerful, and a lot of people are using it these days. Got to be ready for it. Nice little wall, though. No real backup for it. Though it is wailing on an Uther. For the most part, when these guys come out, just go ahead and turn around and kill them. They're just going to cause more problems like this slow here. This could already be done with. They're 16. Spider's coming down. 16. We got, yeah, Benediction, Shrink Ray. Look at this. Look at the skeleton build coming together. Huh. Why? Ride the Wind. Don't get to see that one very often. Gonna be Alpha Killer. Oof. Running wild. That doesn't really affect too much, but man, Alpha Killer plus the Wizened Duelist, unless we can kill him fast. That's gonna be a rough spot. Imposing Presence on the odd choice, but you know what? She's actually being wailed on a lot, isn't she? Only 1 death and pretty big damage absorbed. Who's wailing on the Johanna? With auto attacks? Nobody. That's an odd choice. But still, too many attacks are being intercepted by the Johanna at the moment. Watch out for that wave. Zul pushing the top. I mean, he's just going to have great mana, great health, no matter how long he pushes thanks to his build. That's going to be a lot of pressure. I'd say abandon this and get to the top. It sucks. I want you to burn down this too. I just want us to make a choice together. You don't have the mana for Mosh Pit at the moment either. And that Ravenous Spirit's just going to do a lot of nothing. No one's scared of a 2-level down Ravenous Spirit. I think you're doing the right thing, man. I think, you know, Li Ming Falstad, our burst can fire from beyond the wall and take that out. I'd love for someone to be with you, but this is where the choice has been made by the team. Go ahead and get up here and be a part of it. Alright, you're on your way, but you don't have mana for it yet. Nope, stopping for more gems. 23 gems at the moment. Like I said, I think you're doing the right choice, but you gotta get those gems. You want to farm up. You don't have mana to join the fight anyway, but that's the choice that was being made. Ooh, now we're gonna try to, what, sneak a turn in? There's Zool. We are invisible at the moment. No one's seen us yet. Looks like we're gonna do it. Awesome. Cool, get yourself on out of there. I guess Falstad decided to tank the mercenaries. No, you were found out! Oh, I was kind of hoping you would keep walking. But we looked away in hopes. Oh well, lots of gems going away there, not too many. ETC calls for a retreat. I guess for yourself? Oh, you're telling them to get on back. Gotcha. That's a shame. That's a big character out of play right now. Nazebo might be able to get something done on the top, but he's going to go ahead and join this fight in the bottom. So with you down, they're not in a good position to get much done. And that's going to happen. Oh no, the Bone Prison's such an enabler. You know, Rhaegar's doing a good job keeping him alive, but they're just going to burn him down, stun stack him out. There's the wall. And, oh, wrong way, Falstad. Nice heal, though, by Rhaegar, getting him out of there. All right, we're back on the field. They're not dividing up, though, are they? They would just attack in groups of 2 or something. You could land one of those sweet mosh pits. Sundering is out, though. We can take some comfort in that. So now we only need the Uther and the Jojo if we're going to land a sweet mosh pit. Not asking too much, right? You just got to hit the exact characters you want, or hit them during the small windows of time in which they don't have their cooldowns. Awesome. Oh no, an enabling Bone Prison. It was a good try. Sadly, Jojo was already ready for it, and that's rough. You know, Li Ming's going to go and tilt herself a little more than is warranted here. I think you're right. I'm not a fan of the caps, but yeah. This is one of those situations where, yeah, you're right. You know, Li Ming wants levels. We all want 20. But if we could force a good fight before they hit 20, we're in a much better spot, particularly with Jojo. I mean, there's a lot of level 20s I don't like seeing. There's a lot of level 20s that are very powerful, but Indestructible on Johanna just makes everything so much work. There's Greymane. Are they doing a boss? Probably not. There's Zool. He could be pushing out in the background, though. Looks like everyone's kind of falling apart on this game. What do you... You're not going to accomplish anything. There's nothing to pursue. That's one of the scary moments right there, is Rhaegar plus Nazebo. What are you actually going to do against a 2-level up team? There's nothing to accomplish. Thank goodness that missed, but there's going to be... Ooh, the Skeletal Mages doing a lot. Good Ancestral, but poor Rhaegar. Alright, he's going to carry himself out. He ended up going updraft. Still trying to decide up for myself what the best level 3 or level 4 talent for Falstad's going to be. I like to think it's situational, but at the same time, no one does a Thunder Rod, a Lightning Rod build. I'm not really sure what that means, but it's definitely angry. He's pretty angry at Falstad. Falstad has not delivered on the wins, though. We can say that with some comfort, that Falstad has not been performing his solo queue duties on those wins. Let's get back to Narm here. That's good! That's our first good... Oh, Jojo ready to cancel it yet again. That's just an incredible Jojo. Really? Those are some stellar reaction times. I mean, I know it has a wind-up, but good golly, she's ready every time. Yeah. I think that was a good try. Even if Rhaegar throws a fit here, even if everyone just rages at you for dying there, it was a good effort. You did what you could. You saw an opportunity. and you tried to go for it. JoJo, man, is just good. That's all that's coming down to here. That's pretty good. Ah, Divine Shield carries him out. Ravenous Spirit does a lot of nothing. Though, might get Azul. Okay, cool. Kind of wish the Ravaging Spirit could blink, right? That'd be a little too powerful, but that'd be a sweet level 20 for it, wouldn't it? What's the Greymane out at the moment? Oh, he is stacked up. Needs to die, but we really don't have much control over that. Zul down at the moment. We do have the gems to turn in. That would give us some space back on the map. Still 10 minutes left. Judging from the replay file, this is going to be quite the holdout. Whole minute on Mosh left. Man, I would love to collapse here. Man, Falstad, that's a wind opportunity right there. And fly and then push, and that'd be sweet. Be creative. Take opportunities like that. Hearth's back, gets turned in. So we're going to have a little bit of map control. Would love to take this top fort if possible. I mean, on the flip side of everything, we are down 10 kills. That does suck. But really, I mean, if we can just get a couple of forts, we'll be 20, and then, you know, we're looking a little better. Man, you know what? Cleanse would have been fantastic. Wouldn't it have been? Cleanse on Rhaegar, just to let that mosh pit go for just half a second more. Even. That would have been a clutch move. That's not something I really think about much. Honestly, well, Indestructibles at work. But if you can just get one kill with a mosh pit, I'm happy. That gives you what you need. What do you take here? Death metal, right? Might be your best option. Oh, great Sundering, though, to lead it out. It's a good mosh, though. Mosh is... No, dude. Oh, no. Oh, and Greymane goes on him. But you know what? Okay. Somehow, some way... No, okay, there goes Falstad. But Leeming's reset, uses her Calamity reposition. That's okay, would love to see it on the Greymane, though. Sorry, I was jumped, dude. That was not your problem. You dying was not the problem there, Captain. Alright, Leeming, though, might be able to clean this up. This is a good swing in our favor. We have... Okay, yes, we're gonna have to kill her one more time, though. There we go. Alright, one more time. We just gotta do it. Rhaegar's almost dead, though. He can't join for this. Great body blocks. Yep, Wail on that guitar solo. Awesome. Alright. Cool. Let's get some forts. Rhaegar's got to go back. That's fine. I would have liked if she would have turned her in beforehand. Now that you finally have time to yell at him, you yell at the Falstad. I think he knows he messed up. Don't worry about it. No, the problem is you apologize for the wrong thing, man. Want to have a word? Are you dadding him, dude? See that it doesn't happen again. We're all very disappointed in you, Falstad. You've lost my trust. I'm gonna go farm the bottom, get some gems. We got 35 on Peeps at the moment. If she dies here, it would be a result of her not turning him in earlier. Scary moment. Everything will be okay, though. Good of you to relax through that. Just let it happen. Save the power slide. JoJo is back on the field as of right now. The good news is, Greymane got reset. I'm getting some mana for yourself. That's another thing, right? We can make that simple decision too. If we early pick the Falstad and we end up with an ETC in solo queue, the cooldown on Hunt Hinterland Blast is so ridiculously huge these days that it feels like you just go Gust and it works better out for you. But let's go ahead and make that choice for ourselves. Solo queue environment. If we have an ETC, let's go ahead and just Hinterland Blast. It's like they're kind of gesturing to protect the turn-in. You guys are real close to it. They don't have anything on their end, though. Uther is 23 at the moment. This is getting a little dangerous, though. Wouldn't mind. I would actually love... Okay, that's a lot out. That's a lot out. Can you do it? Might as well. That's a good heal for you, too. You lock down a lot of people in the background. Can people clean up? Li Ming's a little too scared at this point to actually use her Calamity, so she's too far in the back. But she does get a reset, stuck in the laser for a moment. They're going to teleport forward. JoJo won't have it on cooldown quite. Oh, she does, just barely. Great zombie wall, though. It's going to stop ETC from getting in on her. But wow, you guys actually survive it. Yes, yes, please. Please get a boss. Excellent job. Li Ming's got no mana. Just hang out, man. Hang out, be a part of this, burn through it. This is good to stop too, though. Okay, that's fine. Don't be scared, Falstad. You're range, man. We need you here. Not sure if I keep adjusting. Letting the Zebo tank. Wailing that guitar solo. Get the health you can. Oh, no. Oh, no. Death metal triggers. Oh, alright, well, we're gonna get a turn in. It'll be okay, but we're not gonna be able to collapse on that middle fort. Both you and the Falstad panicked. It was up to the ETC to notice that he had to pick up the tanking. To tank PvE objectives, you have to be the most inside the character. You just move your character model. If you want to tank this guy, get him to stop attacking you, you just get right on top of it, and that's how you do it. That's a shame. Sorry for the death. Understandable. Now they're all up. They're going to defend this boss wicked quick with their damage. Spiders are going to establish us a zone. And, you know, we might have a little bit of time. Watch those things, if that's you, man. We're going to have a little bit of time. Oh, no, Nazebo. Oh, don't go blind here, man. We do have wins, so this push is capable. It's all up to Falstad. For us to push hard and then be able to recover from it with a win to get back out. Right, let's be a part of this. Let's courage. Push this down. We have Falstad wins. It's the one time you could actually use them rather liberally. Spider's still pushing the bottom. ETC's coming back up. He's a backup. He's got the mosh pit. He's got to get everyone in it, though. Or he's got to bait out some abilities first. The Thrall dying would be fantastic. It's very quickly countered, though. That ETC and... Or that Uther and that Johanna are just on point. Falstad explodes. What was Falstad's positioning? He's right there. He barrel rolls in for some reason. Ah, yeah. Well, that's how you make a dead Falstad. Rhaegar did get the coins, though, so we're still okay. A little bit of indecision on our retreat here. That's to be expected. Nice pushback. Good heal on the Nazebo. Greymane's still going, though. Good body block for Nazebo. All right, everybody back. Spider's still going in the bottom for once. Oh, I wasn't able to get off her cast. All right, let's not do this. This is a little dangerous. It's kind of obvious. Look at the map. There's only a couple of things on the map right now to do, and this is definitely one of them. Don't give it away, Nazebo. You're throwing your spiders or your frogs out there, letting everyone know what you're up to. That's okay, though. That created a zone that allowed you to get on back. All right, Li Ming's up. Falstad's down for 24 seconds. Top push coming in. You know, Li Ming's not a bad choice, but probably Nazebo would be our best just to leave on defense for a little bit while we deal with all this. Mosh Pit, still a minute-long cooldown. One of our big saving abilities here. What do we got on cooldown across both teams, though? Oh, a lot of nothing for the enemy team. Yeah, we can't engage them. They have 21 at the moment, so they don't have a turn in at least. What are they going to do? Back up, take the bruiser camps? Looks like it's just a solo pushing Zool down there. This is a little scary. I can see them. You're even level now, but I could totally see with the confidence the enemy team has built that they might wait in a bush like that, but they did decide to go back for those bruisers. Narm is moving in. All right. Scary barrel roll. Off cooldown for a bit. Let's see if it bites him in the butt. He's going to outdistance himself from the fight too much. Good run, Rhaegar, though, to save him. Oh, come on. You're the one to save the Nazebo, Falstad. A little late. Didn't really accomplish the job. Rhaegar already did all the work. We're still holding out. We have no abilities left to actually engage the mosh pit. We got to wait for the power slide. Oh, they're grouped up pretty tight, though. That's pretty good. Good Calamity on Li Ming, actually. There's Thrall and JoJo together, and you lead with it. Nice. Excellent. Well done. Cool. Pursue. Pursue. This is when you fly forward and you don't have Mighty Gust. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, bad choice by the Falstad. I'm not sure what he hoped to accomplish there. In a different game, that goes completely different. If Falstad's amazing all game, I thought you were behind me. You dove forward, man. If you're amazing all game, you could pull something like this, and everyone's like, oh, it's Falstad, run, it's Falstad. He just randomly showed up. I don't know what to do. But in this game, nobody's afraid of Falstad. Nobody's afraid of Falstad. 6 deaths on him at the moment. Which is funny, too, because you think about Nazebo, and, you know, his positioning's been a little better. People might run a little bit from Nazebo. What an awful cast of the Skeletal Mages. He only got 1. How did he even accomplish that? Yeah, it must have been right across here. It must have been perfectly laid, so he only got 1. That stinks for Zool. Good for us. Ooh, no, not our healer. Nice job keeping himself going, but there's a Sundering to finish it up. Oh my goodness, though, but you're going to get theirs. Will he be back? I don't know if he's on cooldown at the moment. I think he'll be back. There's a Ravenous Spear. Oh no, Falstad. It's still going, though. It's got another step. Nice. Uther is full dead. Uther's full dead. Catapults are starting to build. Lee-Ming might be up in time to take care of those. Thrall Johanna most likely won't choose to... Oh, no. He locked himself in. He's been doing that a lot. Oh, the gems. All those gems. I don't think he knows he can cancel it. Or he knows he can cancel it. He's just really in love with Dead Rush. And he wants to make sure he gets his zombies. I think that'd be a nice quality of life change for him. Even if you cancel it, you still get the Dead Rush zombies. I can understand a little bit why they leave it off, but that'd just be nice for that talent. Alright, well, only 2 of them up. They're still pressuring, though. Pretty heavily. Falstad's getting topped off. He's got some wins. Such a great, with only 2 on the field, such a great chance for Falstad to help kill that Thrall. Or really anybody, someone right there, like, do it, man. Just, like, this is your chance. This is the point in time when this sort of thing works. Now they're all back up. Window of opportunity has left. And this is going to be real scary real soon. They're just going to keep on poking it, and here comes JoJo. Here comes Zool. We're going to get turned in, though? Yes? No, 1 more poke does it. All right, yep, we got to get out of here. Skeletal Mages, want to see those guys burnt down real quick. Don't be scared. Don't run away. You're just going to be slowed. Where is Nazebo? He's... Well, that's a whiff sundering. A scared little wins, but it works. We've got a mosh. It is interrupted. 9 seconds to go. Great heal. A little bit of target priority issues, but Uther does go down. Maybe he'll be on reset. Nazebo. All right, another mosh pit. It's mosh pit time. Where'd he go? He got moved down to the bottom. He chased too far. Nazebo's still going. Nice Thrall falls. Lee-Ming cleans up. JoJo trying to escape. Yep. Oh no. Okay, good on Falstad to get himself back there. Good body blocks. Great body blocks. Nice relax too. That was really solid, man. And they clean up 27%. I'd say, yeah, let's boss. There's a chance Greymane might die. But we have a Falstad to fly back, at least. That makes things a lot easier. As long as he's on cleanup. This should go a little safer with a Rhaegar in range. But, oh no, more catapults on the core. Zebo, time to get out that zombie wall. Yep, there you go, man. Alright, boss is going to push the top. 8 seconds on Uther. We do have a pretty good opportunity to actually get a keep here. We need some catapults. Real bad. And what? Who? What? Who died from what? Greymane died? Why? Where? Did he die to... Oh, he's stealing a camp. It's nice. All right, good for us. Good for us. Well, now we push. Greymane's down. We do not have enough for a turn-in. Do we? Yes. No? Maybe? Why isn't it showing me? I don't know. Replay broke. 7, 5, 7, 32. Yes, we have enough for a turn-in. So we got a boss. Sadly, that is going to drop the spider right here, which means it'll just get immediately cleaned up. But that does mean we have time to take the bottom for it. Yes, this ping. No, not that. Not those bruisers, Falstad. This bottom fort. All right, we got the turn in. We need to wait for the spiders to actually land, though, before we actually have them on the field. Nazebo is out of range. No point pushing the top. That fort's gone. God, that boss is powerful at 34 minutes. If we could have just pushed with it. But I know Li Ming was out of mana. There are people dead. Nah, man, just relax. I know. I want to get in here too, man. But we need the group. You need your healer. No one's going to be in range for it. And you're all out of stuff. Oh, no. Death metal. Yes. Oh, wait. No, you're good. You live. He's alive. It's okay if you die, though. It's okay. It triggers. That's a good one. The Ravaging Spirit's going. Falstad doesn't win. You can win it. Yes. Win it. I can't. You guys you did it. There's nothing that can go wrong. The spiders have pushed out. Oh my goodness. You actually did it. Nazebo attacked the core. I know it's done anyway, but you're just dancing, man. You're just dancing. Gus for the win, dude. Your last. They would have won without you, man. They did not need that final Gus, though it was pretty fancy. Oh my goodness. Well, way to keep your head together, man. I know you're looking like you got pretty tilted in there with some all caps and some ping spam. But you held strong. Death Metal did a good job with Ravenous Spirit in the background. Wow. Great damage from your burst, too. It's so uncontrollable. That poison, Falstad burst build, Li Ming. I mean, she had Calamity. That's why she just did so fantastic on the siege damage as well. Whew, even Uther. Man. Look at that damage absorbed across the JoJo and the healing done by Uther. That is a lot of negated burst damage. Whew, congratulations on that one. This is an old version of the game too, but let's go ahead and watch some MVP versus Tempest, the final game from the Summer Championships. I love Greymane. I'm going to watch Greymane. There's also a Falstad at work here. There's a lot of different moving pieces at work, but I'm very interested to see what Greymane does in conjunction with the Tyrael that makes this comp work out, because this is pretty weird. Tempest ended up going with Tassadar, Brightwing, Falstad, Tyrael, and Greymane against what is on paper. I mean, look at this comp. This is, like, on the right side, this is the kind of comp you would want to have in Hero League, isn't it? Like, it's real solid. It's got Kael'thas. It's got Muradin on the main tank. It's a good-looking comp. And yet we know, spoiler alert, that Tempest ended up winning this one. All crowd around the front. No dancing. No showmanship. It's serious time. End up going with the Hyper Shift. We got a Conjurer's Pursuit. Gathering Storm for Falstad. Tyrael currently undecided. Wolf's Heart, sure. Good. That's the one I love. Mana Addict. Rolling Thunder. Wolf's Run. For more movement speed. Interesting pick. Reverberation versus, yeah, Greymane and whatnot. And then Mercenary Queen on Sylvanas. Cool pickup there. 50% more damage, but doesn't get any damage reduction. That makes sense with her shutdown. Let's go ahead and find our Dami. And let's get focused on the Greymane, because that's what we're here to watch. I really want to see what Greymane's up to. As these are the pro players, we're going to watch their cameras. Looks like we're actually watching Tassadar right now. Let's see. There we go. Is that Greymane? I don't know. Yes, it is. Okay, there's his clicks. So we're watching his camera in real time. The replay feature does take into account a little bit, does make up some files. So this isn't a perfect representation of his camera, but we can at least see what he's looking at, what sort of camera angles he sets up for himself before he gets engaged in these fights. Why'd he look at the middle real quick? Maybe it was a misclick, who knows? That's still all interesting stuff to see when we're trying to play to this level on someone like Greymane. Meanwhile, down in the bottom, we do have the Falstad going up against just the solo Rhaegar at the moment. Actually pushing him out quite a bit. So Greymane's going to go visit Falstad, it looks like. He's going to get himself Tyrael with him. Hanging out. We're real close to the first objective popping, and we still have a bit of time on it, but maybe they're just trying to get set up, get control of the area, take that bottom, then swing top for their second one. Or maybe they're thinking they're going to get a sweet Greymane or a Rhaegar gank. Nice little body block, and actually get it. Interesting. Interesting to see what the Tyrael chose to do there. Most of us would have done something different. Like break the replay, apparently. Okay, we're good. We made it. He chose to use his throw really early. He chose Elrune's Might to close the distance rather than riding in on a mount and then using Smite to cover the rest of the thing with movement speed. Very weird choice. I don't know the efficiency of it. He may have been able to accomplish that just by walking on a mount, or maybe it was technically faster. It was still a really interesting move to see.
The altars rise again.
So we might try to get level 4 here before we head to the first objective. Bit of a push happening in the mid right now. Brightwing in the top can join at any point. Let's see, level 4 talents we got Leeching Plasma, Unstable Abnormality. So a bit of bonus damage out of Brightwing, actually. That's an interesting idea, but what we're dealing with 1, 2, 3 melees. So maybe they're thinking that we can just do a bit of extra damage. It's going to be Protection in Death, was the eventual pickup by the Tyrael. When Archangel's Wrath explodes, shields nearby allies for 50% of their maximum health for 5 seconds. He does a rather interesting build. I've tried this build before. I must say it doesn't, it's not looked well upon by the solo queue community when you try to do a death-oriented Tyrael. It's going to be that Eyes in the Dark for Greymane. Just a normal sort of Thrall build, Feral Heart, Thunderburn to match with the Reverberation, and we'll see what the rest of them decide to do. And he is going Hammer Gains with double support. That's really interesting to me. I would think that would be, something else might perform better. Nice shield, though. Using the swipe to carry him a little bit, and there's the disengage with the stealth. And he's going to be able to grab that well he had ready for himself and get back in it. Does look like, though, that they are going to get this bottom one. Falstad's up to the top. But, they might come out on top here. Yeah, he can't cross that until he sees everybody. There's 3, 4. There's the Kael'thas. Looks like he's just going to farm bottom instead. Disengage on out. Gonna go for a hearth behind the wall. And double pings himself, actually, when he's hearthing. Wonder if they worked out some sort of communication on their team as to that being a thing. Let's take a look at the overall map. There's Sylvanas. Now, I've been told many times that any sort of mercenary build is really bad on this map because you increase the damage, but it doesn't increase the suicide damage of the character since they technically die as they hit. They no longer have enhanced damage. I could be wrong on that. If I am, that's very interesting. You can see how big those hits were on Tyrael as the pumpkins came back down. The pumpkin nades. Let's get refocused on our Greymane here, though. They do a lot of damage. Maybe they are enhanced for the suicide run. Either way, Sylvanas is keeping herself in range just in case. Brightwing's in the top, ready to teleport down for the next objective. Greymane may finally go take that top off, but when we get level 7 on Tassadar, he'll be able to heal up with his auto attacks. I will say, too, that the stealth on Greymane does give a little bit more power to Wizened Duelist, allowing you to hold on to those stacks a little longer, perhaps. And as long as there's not a lot of collateral damage, you're fine. I find against Li Bing, anything with really long line attacks or just random collateral damage, you're just going to get knocked out of your stealth too quickly. Looks like we might have an answer. It does increase the... Okay, it does increase the Kamikaze Explosion. Okay. That's pretty powerful, then. All the more reason to take Lost Vikings on this map and go with their version of Mercenary Lord. Murden's moving in here. Looks like they're going for an attack. Everyone just kind of backed out. We did get to see some level 7 talents in the meantime. It is going to be Angelic, and we have Even in Death. I do like Even in Death, even if you don't pick up Protection in Death. This will allow Tyrael to use his throw. Even if you're on cooldown, they all reset. You can use your movement speed, your throw, even your righteousness to provide a shield to get over to your guys and provide them with that shield. Or you can dive yourself into the enemy team and get that maximum damage explosion. Never really seems to work out too well, but we'll see how it works for pros here. Doing a little bit of bush camping. Let's take a look at the overall fight here as it breaks out. Greymane getting a little ahead. Here comes Thrall. Alright, Tyrael's going to engage, taking a lot of damage there. But the double support, I don't know if he'll be able to get back in this pretty cleanly. But yeah, all the double support's falling right on our Greymane, isn't it? And he actually disengages with no help. Oh my goodness, a dodge too. That's some powerful double supporting. And he's going to keep no stacks at the moment, but if he had them, he'd get to keep them. Tyrael does fall down. Nothing in range to throw to. That's fine. How the objective works on this map, it doesn't matter if you lose one or two. Sylvanas is keeping busy. And she's going to go and encourage this push. I really like how they sort of organize themselves. Thrall's always in the top. Brightwing's always in the top as soon as those objectives finish. Looks like it might be a pretty solid delivery, though, into tower range. But no, they were cleaned up. Still no stacks on... Ooh, but they're going deep, aren't they? They don't care. Sylvanas able to turn off the towers. And Living Bomb's going to make them spread out. At this point, you would say that the solid comp of MVP really seems to be taking the lead, isn't it? Never really looks at himself much, does he? He's always just kind of barely off the map. He's utilizing his camera to look at as much as he can, since he already knows where he is. And they want to clean this up. They are going to need Greymane for that. They need 10 as well. On the enemy team, we have Phoenix, Sundering, Ancestral Healing, Avatar, and Wailing Arrow. He's going to die for it. He's got to stay out of the tower range, though. Just barely going to touch it now. Double support, though, really allows him to just keep going. Let's get refocused on his camera angle. Just always looking around, isn't it? Kind of interesting to see. This is an interesting call. They're going all the way over to the other half. I guess this does get rid of the sort of obvious approach angle they would have. They do eventually use it here, but Greymane is way in the back. That's a good wall, locking down the Sylvanas. By the way, we had a Mighty Gust, Sanctification, Blink Heal, Force Wall, and of course that go for the throat. They've said that they're going to do a rework on Marked for the Kill. There's a lot of problems with it. Mainly, you just want to be a Worgen as much as possible, and that's why Go for the Throat is so powerful. You can hang out in human form, dive in, disengage, dive again if you get the reset. The patience at work here. Ooh, Sundering doesn't go down. Wow, that was a quickly deleted. Sanctification, though, keeps Greymane going, and he managed to take out the Kael'thas, and actually, well, he would have won that fight if it wasn't for the leap. He's got to go ahead and get himself out. Looking at the map here, I guess you just run for it, don't you? Oh, no. Nice body block by Tyrael. And if he goes down, well, at least he has a death effect, right? Using his throw a little too late. Wasn't able to put out the little bit of extra damage. But Greymane's still going, and that seems to be the strategy, right? Just keep Greymane going. He's got one stack at the moment. Lots of work left to do. I know I've said that. I'm just really fascinated how little Dami's looking at himself. Some nice little stutter steps going on here. You know, there's, ooh, just barely off cooldown. There we go, nice. Nice dive, stun lands, but he's already out of tower range. And Brightwing, where did Brightwing go? Sanctification. My goodness, he just plows forward. Hanko no, he just plows forward during that, doesn't he? Now, with Mercenary Lord, these don't turn into bigger shots, though, on the core. They just do more damage when they suicide. That would be a whole nother ball game if they actually did more core damage. A little bit of a reset as he lost track of himself. Good to know that we all do it. Don't think they would be bossing here, but looking at his camera angle, it kind of looks like what he's looking at. Yeah, they're all kind of afraid that that's going on. Tassadar is going to go and abandon the bottom. This might be a good old-fashioned bush meta going on at the moment. Yep, there it is, at least for Thrall. We got 3 in the bottom, though. So here, we're at 13. We have a lot of talents coming together. On the prowl, yes, love that one. Imposing Will, interesting. Attack speed and movement speed slowed. It only works on Tyrael. And only while you're shielded. Flow Rider, yeah, I mean, this Falstad build isn't really going anywhere surprising. I'm just surprised at a pro level to see hammer gains with a non-auto attack build. Seems like it would lose some power, but I mean, your alternatives are a, bigger distance, and if you're not prepared for that on your barrel roll, you'd mess up. And the static shield, and if you don't put any points into Thunder Rod, is that really worth it? Probably not against this explosive of a team anyway, so maybe it's just his best pick. Shield Dust, ability damage, sure. And we're just stacking up for that inevitable never die Tassadar kind of thing. Basic abilities, yeah, he's doing a delete build, looking for that Sun King's Fury later on, most likely. Giant Killer, follow through. Earth Shield on the Rhaegar. Healing Static, actually, for each hero hit. And then Windrunner, which I'm excited to see used. Let's get back to our Greymane here. Just an emergency Sundering to get himself back, but man, that's some distance to be carried. Nice throw by the Tyrael. They're all trying to loop around the back, and man, Greymane doesn't care. He's getting some good encouragement from his supports. And they're going to do it again. Falstad a little bit in danger. Nice wall, though. Sanctified, dodging a lot of that burst damage out of a Flame Strike. Brightwing's back. Seems like Brightwing enjoys auto-attacking as much as I do. Gonna dive. He's really starting to chunk them now. 5 stacks at the moment. And oh, nice! A cocktail to finish out the Sylvanas as it was soaked by the tank. Guy with no mana channels. He does it again. Another stack for him. And they're starting to get split now. This happens so much on this particular shrine. All the time. Trying to do those unique angles and get in there and mess it up, and it just goes poorly. Still even levels, though. What are we at, 8-7? So that's not too big a deal. I'm really curious to see how the game goes on. How they're going to reduce the damage out of the Kael'thas and the Thrall. Is it just all Sanctifications? Is that really what wins this game? I mean, the supports are almost entirely dedicated to Greymane. Falstad's getting almost no support in this game, which is fine. I mean, he can relocate himself. He's burst. Even pros ping too much. There's that good old-fashioned tunnel. Oh, you missed! Hooray! That makes me feel better. He didn't put any points into his Gilneas cocktail, so you just kind of use him when you want. For a little bit of lane clear. It's really a low priority spell, but it's always nice to see I'm not the only one who just whiffs them. It's a lot of damage, so he actually decides to go forward, doesn't he? Almost off the screen for himself, too. But he's got the Tassadar. There's the wall. That's going to divide all the damage back, at least on Kael'thas. He's got to... Oh, my goodness. That would have been a dead... Wow, Sanctification. Doing some major work there. He is going to go down, but he can blow up. Is he going to get a good one? He's going to get a shield on the Brightwing. No, just barely outside of it. Maybe could have saved the Brightwing. Either way, Greymane gets back with his 7 stacks and continues to have 21% increased damage. Auto attack damage, but it's not limited to just your wolf. Yeah. Basic attacks. It's a powerful talent when you know you're double supported. Or you feel like you're just going to win more. He is going to go Relentless Predator. Let's see. Yep, it's good. It's the Tassadar build. Curious to know what Brightwing goes at her level 16. Blood for blood, actually, on the Tyrael. Well, against Avatar, that makes sense. Sun King's Fury. Tempest Fury, sure. Earth Grab Totem. Nothing too surprising over here. Give him the axe. There's his increase in damage. And that works well with the Earth Grab Totem and all. Oh my goodness, we're missing out. Let's rewind here. And what is it for Sylvanas? Dagger Talon at 16. Vulnerability? Yep. Vulnerability. Alright. Back on Greymane. Back on Dami. Can't do that against Tassadar. Not when he's all stacked up. Looks like that is gonna... Oh! Just barely interrupting. And he goes. He's real deep. 6 seconds on Tyrael Sanctification. Good divide. Winds actually push him back. Nobody dies from it, though. Actually, the tank gets a little out of position. So the back was already taken. They're just going to gesture in a bush. And run top with it, looks like. No level leads for anybody this whole game. He's got all his cooldowns. Wants to go take a camp, sure. They're going to go take the bomb. We're just going to do a little camp trade here. Greymane should be able to move fast enough that that danger in the top push won't be too dangerous. Tyrael going to Hearth out. We do an objective kind of ticking in the background. Falstad will have wins for it. We'll be on full cooldowns across to everybody for this next one. So as we start to get over the 15-minute mark, this will be where the deaths really start mattering. They're going to try to take this camp. Murden's coming in through the back. Oh, for Brightwing, it did end up being greater polymorph, a longer polymorph, which would delay your explosion, wouldn't it? I wonder if that's an intentional stack. That'd be kind of interesting. He just throws out his sword, kind of leaves it there. I like it. And then he teleports forward. Might as well get repositioned. Baited out a decent Phoenix. The cooldown on it is still pretty short, though, so we'll see it again soon. Maybe even at this next objective. Just playing safe. Everyone knows this is an important one. And the map is blue at the moment. There's no camps to take. Ooh, that's a dangerous little face check. And it's going to be a hotly contested one. Everyone's pretty full topped up, though. Yeah. Tassadar's going to start rolling out the shields here. Staying in range of those Monarch Brightwing heals. So what's the plan? I guess you try to isolate some of the damage. Or you just chunk down the Thrall wicked fast while a Sanctification's going and you dodge the entire Sundering. That works too. Nice wall there. Really nicely laid out wall, in fact. Shots. Shots. And we still have some blink heals, force wall. Okay, so we use just about everything. They're going to take a camp, have the first level lead across the game. Will they try to go for 20, or are they just going to play it safe to the next objective and do it again? Sanctify through the cool stuff again. They don't have any cleanses, too, which is kind of interesting. Maybe that's a part of the choice. Is sanctification, sanctify, and then just skip getting any cleanses at all across any characters. In fact, I don't even know if Brightwing gets a cleanse. She does. Tassadar doesn't, though, does he? Nope. Let's get back to Greymane. Are they going to get to charge? They are empowered. Do they run out of range, though? Okay, it looks like they stay empowered regardless as soon as they start the charge. So it is fully intentional. Poor Kael'thas, though. Gosh, he just keeps coming, doesn't... Yep, another swipe to carry him forward. Now, great wins. It's going to be a dead Thrall. That's probably the most important fight of the whole game. Let's rewind and watch that again. We're gonna have to rewind once or twice. Alright, so they brought everyone forward so that they could get the bonus damage on the charging mercenaries. And then we just dodge all the damage. Basically. Wall comes in. Greymane goes. Sylvanas turns around, gets the Thrall. Just ignoring supports and tanks. Interesting. Greymane just immediately breaks off 30% bonus damage. 579 in auto attack while in Morgan form. He's just gonna solo this tower, no problem. He's gonna let Brightwing finish it off too. I'm done. You don't need me here. I'm going top. Brightwing, finish it off, please. Muradin's doing what he can. But that's gonna be a couple of shots. And then a boss too on top of it. I guess that's the end of the game. And a Sanctify. Why not? Well, you know, why not Sanctify? Just in case that boss lands a good shot or something. A win just in case something was coming in to possibly mess with that. And Falstad flies all the way down to the bottom in his final moments of celebration. But no, it's not over yet. They still go on. Okay, okay. Just having a little bit of fun in his final moments of life. So what can we take from that at home? Well, it's nice to be heavily coordinated. When you have double support, maybe you can go more aggressive talents. The enemy team didn't even get to pick their 20s, but we can see what sort of picks they picked there. We got a Storm Shield from Tassadar. We got a Rewind off Brightwing. Epic Flight Form from Falstad. And it is Holy Arena for the Sanctify. Increases the duration of Sanctification by 1 second and increases the damage of all allies inside of it by 25%. Was not needed. Hunter's Blunderbuss, regardless of how much damage he did in Morgan form, that is the better one. The range on it is going to splash a full line. You have so much push power once you get Hunter's Blunderbuss. Even though we're really invested, it seems, in being Morgan form, it's still the better ult in my opinion. I agree with the spec. Let's see the ending damage, all on Greymane. Though actually Sylvanas pumping out pretty good numbers, wasn't she? Falstad down next. A big old block all the way down to Arterial, Tassadar, and Brightwing. Boy, if Greymane didn't work out, they would have been in a lot of trouble. I wonder how much trouble they would have been if even Greymane just lost his 30% on his auto attacks. That's a lot when you're doing 500 some odd damage. That's what gives you the extra 79 or what have you. 30%. Jeez. It was an excellent game.